Hello everyone, yes, it's me again, and I've been wanting to do this review for quite a long time now, and that is The Man of Steel. Now, keep in mind that this is completely my own thoughts, and I've wanted to do this video for over a year, and I think I have finally figured out how I'm going to record this video. So, if you guys happen to enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share this video with a friend, comment down below, guys. What do you think about the movie? Do you agree with my review and what I have to say? With that being said, let's get right to it. To kind of understand the positioning of Man of Steel, we gotta look at when it was released. In 2013, I think was one of the most interesting years to release a Superman movie. And we gotta look at it from a kind of Marvel versus DC kind of outlook to it. So in 2000, now this movie happened to come out in 2013, a year before, or no, a year after Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Returns and Marvel Studios' Avengers Assemble. And this movie happened to be released in a time frame where you had Thor The Dark World, you had Iron Man 3, as well as The Amazing Spider-Man. And with the following year of Guardians of the Galaxy and Godzilla, this movie was kind of put in an interesting perspective. And not only that, with the director choice and the actor who would be playing it being Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill, the director for the film and the actor. And obviously, going into this film, obviously, you could tell that this movie was a very mixed bag. Some people thought it was really good. Some people thought it was absolutely awful and was a disgrace to the character. And I could definitely tell you, I was not neither one of those people. I thought the movie was generally all right, and it was different. And I got to see the movie literally a year later because I was at the point in my life where I just needed to survive elementary school, make friends, and Pokemon. And that was it. That was pretty much it and everything. And I got to see the movie in 2014, and honestly, I thought it was good. I thought it was an alright, different kind of story. And now looking at it, years later, I would say that Zack Snyder and the people behind it did something that was beyond its time, was before its time in humanizing the character of Superman. Now, yes, when it comes to Superman, you gotta check the boxes the same way as Batman. With the Dark Knight trilogy, a lot of people had boxes that needed to be checked. For Batman, Batman has to have his parents killed. Batman needs to be dark and broody. Batman has to be charming and relatable. The suit has to look good. And that pretty much is what happened with The Dark Knight. And not only that, it gave us amazing villains and probably the best version of the Joker that we've ever seen, along with Two-Face and Scarecrow. But with this movie, when it comes to a Superman movie, there's boxes that also need to be checked. Clark Kent has to look charming. He has to be hopeful. The suit has to look good. He cannot kill. And he just pretty much needs to look and act like Superman. Now, Warner Brothers actually tried this back in 2006 with the Superman Returns, but sadly the movie had no idea what to be. Was it a reboot? Was it a fresh new thing? Was it based off of the Christopher Reeve Superman? And here's the thing, not only that, Henry Cavill wasn't really known. Zack Snyder was responsible for the Watchmen 3 and the 300 movie. And so it was a very odd choice for Zack Snyder to take this character. So, obviously, what did Zack Snyder do? Well, for one, he checked off only 2 of the boxes for Superman, being charming and the fact that the suit has to look good, and I also forgot to mention the destruction of Krypton. I think one of the reasons that makes this Superman movie so compelling is that it deconstructionizes the character of Superman and makes the character feel realistic. They were trying to go with the grounded take for the character and a realistic take for him, which honestly works. And I think that's why Superman related shows like the Smallville series and the latest 2022 series, Superman and Lois, work so well as they kind of make Superman human. And it's funny because those two, in my opinion, I think those two shows, I think, show the best sort of Superman, is to show a Superman who does make mistakes, who is human. And compared to the Christopher Reeves and the Superman Returns film from 2006, you see a Superman who knows exactly what to do. He's practically perfection. He's not humanized in any sort of way. Now, yes, he does deal with human problems, but not in the way that Zack Snyder was able to do it in shows like Smallville and Superman and Lois. And surprisingly enough, Zack Snyder was able to do that. He made a Superman that was relatable, compelling, and that humanized the character. Now, obviously, while I'm just kind of giving an essay kind of background to this, generally I go by exactly kind of what I said, but honestly, you're probably thinking there has to be something about this film that I didn't really like. And I will admit that there were very few things that I didn't really like about the movie, things that could have been easily fixed, but they're just minor, simple complaints. Every movie gets them. One of the things that I felt like that could have been changed a little bit more was the relationship between Lois and Clark Kent slash Superman. I felt like the relationship for that was pushed way too much and everything. And honestly, they could have saved the build up for the relationship in A Man of Steel 2, or even in Batman versus Superman. Just kind of make it to where Superman and has to deal with the political side of himself, but Clark has to deal with the relationship that he is getting ready to have with Lois, the early stages of a dating relationship. And I think that could have easily worked for that kind of movie, or even, like I said, just save it for a Man of Steel 2, which originally was set to come before Batman vs. Superman was the official title. But not only that, the death of Zod. Now, Zod, obviously, he's a 2D dimensional character, and for one, of course, he's going to have to be because of the fact that how Krypton was raised, and I'll get to that a bit later. But honestly, I feel like they could have showed more of Superman trying to stop Zod from killing this one family. You do see that Superman tries to move his head away from the family so the family can get out, but that is really it. You don't see Clark trying to do anything else and everything, but obviously he ends up killing him and he regrets killing him and everything. And I think one of the reasons why a lot of people forget when they watch this movie is that this is Superman's day one. Like, this is Superman day one on the job being Superman. He saves Smallville and then literally just hours later fights Zod, who is wanting to kill every single human. And because of the fact how Zod was raised, was bred to be a warrior, to be a killer, and if you take what he wants most, which is to protect and serve Krypton, if you take that away from him, he just becomes a monster. So, and yeah, some of the cheesy lines as well, and the death of Jonathan Kent, which honestly, I can see what they were going for, but honestly, I think it was just kind of pointless and stupid. But besides all of that, I think this movie does a really good job showing Superman being human and the struggle behind having to show your power. Like, someone who is an alien, just kind of like, it's really interesting how they were able to do this story. And now I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out how to say the rest of this. But essentially, I think the Man of Steel was ahead of its time. It gave us a Krypton that was more understandable than just a casual, oh, Krypton's core is about to erupt, the planet's gonna die, and we gotta send our sun into the atmosphere. And you actually get to see more than that. You get to see the relationship with Jor-El and Lara. You get to see the relationship with Jor-El and Zod and everything. You get to see how Krypton civilization led them to ruins and everything. And so essentially it was their fault and everything. And having to kind of give us a Superman who is human and makes mistakes is just really relatable. Now, yes, I know they were trying to go with the Dark Knight approach with it, but I mean, come on, the Dark Knight trilogy was so popular. I mean, Marvel and Sony tried to do it with the Amazing Spider-Man, which honestly, I think that was a good movie. And with Man of Steel, I think they were able to give us a Superman who was getting ready to the point where we were going to see a hopeful Superman. And I believe that's what we were going to get in Man of Steel 2 before it became Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. So, anyway, I really love this movie. I think it's one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Personally, it's in my top 10 favorite superhero movies and my second favorite DCU movie. So I'm going to give Man of Steel a 9 out of 10. And that is pretty much it. I love Man of Steel. I think it's a good Superman movie and it was ahead of its time. So anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Let me know, what do you think about my review? Do you think it was reasonable for this? I know I just pretty much praised this movie. Oh, you might think, oh, he's just a Zack Snyder fan. He's not a DC fan. I am a DC fan, and I love these characters just like anybody else does. So anyway, that is pretty much it. Let me know, what do you guys think? Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you all again very soon. Peace out.